this weekend went pretty fine. Like overall it went fine, but there were no long distance because I knew it already, it would be raining. So because of the rain, we actually went into like a bit more deeper wood, and we actually set up pretty nicely. I will put the pictures there. I had my winter tent, like my usual one, and I also added a tarp to add some extra layer of like protection and add like some extra space where you could basically be protected from the rain without wearing a jacket. So it was actually very nice. And but because on Saturday it was like all rainy, we didn't basically move until basically 7 o'clock. When at 7 o'clock it stopped rain, then we basically moved and we went a bit more deeper in the forest. Because I didn't really feel like it, I didn't put on my GPS. At least I don't remember, so I will check after the log, but I didn't put on my GPS, and we just went on the trail, then went off trail and find a nice spot. We found it by night. We found it pretty easily, and it was very nice. Like, I mean, obviously when you go a bit more deeper in the wood, it's always nice, so there is no question about that. But it's important to know that I did not activate my GPS for the story that come after, because the next day we stick to this place. It was stopped raining, so that let all my gears to dry out, so that's actually pretty good. And because I did not see the time really running, then we basically start to rush to pack, and I forgot to do one thing, which is the floor inspection that I always do, which is like, you check if you didn't leave anything behind you, you leave any liters or any gears. And yeah, I thought I had all my gears, and we already picked up all the liters on the floor, so the fire was off. So I was like, okay, fine, let's go, because we have to catch the train. And just before we arrived back on the trail, I realized that I forgot my pipe. I mean, if you follow me on my channel, or if you know me personally, you know that I smoke pipe. And I got this pipe from a friend, and I forgot it at a tree place. And this is like, I was like, oh my god, because it's a pipe that a friend offered me, so it's like, like for me it's important. And I was like, shit. Okay, so I ran into the forest, and literally I run, like I put down my pack and I say, just hold on here, I'm coming back. And it was nightfall. And then, after running into the forest, I almost realized that I'm getting lost. I'm losing direction, because it's deep forest. You're like running into, you're panicking because you have the time and so on. And you're like, shh, okay, keep yourself together. I went back to the location where I left my pack, and she was waiting there. And I said, okay, I need to keep calm. I took my flashlight and I put on my GPS, because yes, I was starting to get lost. Because when you're running like that, panicking, this is the best way to get lost. And a friend of mine, yes, he could have an argument with me on that point. So that's why, I ran back into it, but with my GPS. And if you know what I'm talking about that one, which actually, track my GPS location, so that I, know where I go. So when I couldn't find back the spot, it was too dark and I couldn't find it. And I was like, okay, fine, I have to come back. Then I just activate the GPS and find the way back. And to be honest, I would not have found it like that. I would not have have a problem. The problem would be that my pack would be in another place, and it would have taken me time, and maybe she would not have known what to do. So that's the thing. So always stay calm. That's one thing. So next week I have to go back there. We have to come back on that spot. And if you noted, I did not activate the GPS when I went to that spot, which means it's gonna be pretty interesting to find, because during the day I did not take any pictures. I don't actually. This video is gonna be the only video about this hike, because I did not really record it enough with this camera to make a YouTube video about it. We mostly went through by night, so there's nothing really to show. I didn't take any drone flight. I didn't take out the drone from the things. So this is gonna be interesting to find back this place. But next weekend I need to find it back. I mean, I know the pipe will be fine. It's like wood and so on, and I want to find it back. A good thing is that I made fire there, so there is like a fire, you know, like dark of the fire, so I should be able to say, well, that was there that I was. So that should not be a big deal. Though I still have to find it. Another thing which is super exciting is a friend of mine who is outdoor man decided like a month ago or something like that to make me a knife. And we are not talking about like, you know, like we're talking actually making a knife from metal to the end. And it's super nice of him already to already propose that. But when I see the result, I'm like, wow, this is like really cool. And I'm gonna put the pictures that he took. I'm gonna put it now here, and like, he was doing the last step today. He was telling me like, yeah, now I'm like heating it up for hardening it and tempering. I don't remember exactly what is the process, but like the things to make the metal like being a good metal for the knife, and like that the knife will hold and serve its purpose. But it's really a nice knife. He did it like really like, man is a professional. So I was like, I'm like super thankful, and I cannot wait to see it. Really, it's like I'm quite excited about it. So that's why I'm already talking to it even before I get it. And just I'm like, wow, that's gonna be cool, and I better not lose it. That's like another thing. So I'm excited about that, and well, I think you know already where I will go next weekend. It's gonna be Hesselholm again. Hopefully it will not rain that much, so we will walk a bit more. So that will be all, and see you and have a good night.